Airline Manager 4, Training Points. This is my most recent video on training points because there are some features that have been added. So this is the 2025 version. It's currently July of 2025. I'm going to go into training. Note that I'm not talking about salaries. I've got 6 training points. I'm going to go through everything and I'm going to tell you what the important ones are. The important one is going to be something like this right over here, where it says you can get more hanger slots by training this. So you're going to want to save your points for that. I've got pretty much everything trained. So we're going to start with management. Increase management level by 1. Negotiation. Reduce drop in morale when doing pay cuts. You're never going to do a pay cut, so this isn't that useful. Increases pay cuts by 1%. Increases boost in morale while issuing raises. This is kind of useful. Reduce pay raises by 1%. I guess that's useful. And then reduce the daily decrease in morale by 1%. That's kind of useful. So the ones that are kind of here on the right are kind of good. And this one are for pay cuts. But you're not going to use the pay cuts very often. You see I'm at 100% and 99 and 99 and 100. I only used the pay cut once because I was goofing around and I was paying them too much money. You can look at my video about how to save money on staff to see how I used it effectively. And I'm guessing that you got to do the management training before you can unlock these other options. So again, this one, and this one are the ones you're going to want to do. So over here we got operation. We've got technician level, and we've got the pilot level. Reduce aircraft wear and reduce repair costs. Those are both important. So you're going to want to have these researched. Increase pilot efficiency. Reduce fuel consumption. That's important. Reduce CO2 emission. That's important. Increase capacity. That is useful. Increase fuel capacity. That's also useful. So we're going to look at fuel. It would be, if you research it, a 1% increase in my capacity. And for CO2, maybe it would be a 2% increase. So what that means is that it's not that urgent. Yeah, you're going to get the benefit from the increased capacity, but it's only, like I said, 1%. So I did it for CO2 because I've got plenty of fuel capacity. I don't have a lot of CO2 capacity. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to do it anymore because you want to save it for your hangar slots. I do recommend the reduced fuel consumption and the reduced CO2 because you're going to save a lot of money over time. Event training, increase amount of events by 1. You don't have to do these. Unless you do events, I'm going to guess that most people don't. I never did. They're not that great. So maybe you don't want to do it, or maybe you just do it once and then check out the events. Make sure you watch my video about events before you do this, because this could be 5 hangar slots. And the reason why I did it is because the hangar slot option was not available when I researched the event training. Over here we got skill training for the lounge and for the fleet manager. So the lounge is a complete waste. You've got catering and you've got lounges. It used to work. You used to have a code share and you'd have a lounge, and some of the passengers would go to your lounge from other flights. and you would have increased first class passengers, but they disabled the feature. I haven't seen it enabled in a long time. And then over here, we've got the catering option. Really not worth it. It's too much trouble for what it's worth. Watch my videos on catering and on lounges so you can see how it works. And remember that the bonus to first class might not work anymore. I don't know. But it's lounges are very expensive and it's just a huge waste of money. You're going to lose a lot of money with lounges. So over here we got the fleet manager training. Increase fleet limit by 4. You're definitely going to want to get those. And then over here it says unlimited. Increase your hangar slot. So it takes up 2 training points, and I can only do 1 in 24 hours. So I'm going to have to come back later to do another one. Cargo training. Increase cargo limit by 1. Increase load capacity by 1%, and heavy load capacity by 1%. So the aircraft limit, definitely. The load capacity, I would skip it and focus on this over here, which is the hangar training, because you're not going to make a lot of money. Just by having an extra hangar slot is going to pull in way more money than this 1%. And last of all, anything that's a percentage, you save it until you've got every airplane and every big airplane. If you have a lot of small airplanes, your 1% is worth very little. And if you only have a few airplanes, your 1% is very little. But if you got like 50 cargo aircraft and they're big cargo aircrafts and you get a 1% bonus, financially it's going to be huge. So over here you see I've got 4 training points left. And I don't recommend you do the reset training. I've done it before, but mostly it's a waste because once you get everything, you really don't need to reset again. Although you could use it to get more aircraft slots, and that's basically it. So that is how